Good evening to our friends in Trinidad and Tobago. Welcome to our pre-launch of Medicus Global in your amazing country. My name is James Camaro, Vice President of Sales and International Expansion. It is truly an honor and privilege to be with you on this presentation. Today we're going to share with you one of the most powerful and profound business opportunities that's available in the world today. It has taken the United States by storm, and now we are pre-launching in the amazingly great country of Trinidad and Tobago. So we welcome you, and we thank you very much for being here. It is a privilege and honor to present to you. Some of you in Trinidad may recognize my voice. I've spent a lot of time in Trinidad with Dr. Michael Pounder and also Robin Francis years ago as we launched another incredible opportunity into Trinidad and then throughout the Caribbean and around the world. But what we're sharing with you today is entirely different. It is a game changer. It is something that has never been done before in the history of the network marketing or direct selling industry. As it's taken the U.S. by storm and is exploding here, you will see the validity and the credibility of that as we share this presentation with you today. We've got a very special guest joining us. We have Dr. John Batosh, who's with us, going to be joining us a little bit later. Dr. John Batosh is our Vice President of Medical Services, and he is based out of New York, and he's going to be delivering a very powerful part of our presentation here in a couple of minutes. We're going to take about 20 to 25 minutes in this presentation. Many of you have been invited to take a look at this for the very first time. Again, this is a pre-launch of this opportunity with its services in Trinidad and Tobago. I've been in network marketing for over 31 years and have been very successful with multiple companies. But what we're going to share with you today is unprecedented. It has never been done before. It is a game changer and is the benchmark on where network marketing is going today in the world. I do this webinar to you now from the beautiful city of Charleston, South Carolina. As a matter of fact, as I'm recording this video and you're listening to it, I'm looking over the beautiful Charleston Harbor as the sun sets, and we're going to be having an amazing incentive trip here in October, and we hope to see all of you from Trinidad and Tobago on that incentive trip. So again, welcome to the Medicus Global pre-launch of Trinidad and Tobago. To get us started, imagine being one of the first to launch the Medicus Global opportunity and services in Trinidad and Tobago. Now, have you ever thought what it would be like to work for yourself, work from home, or to be financially free, not only building your business in your country, but being able to launch this throughout the Caribbean, back into the United States, and throughout the world? That is the possibility of where we're at. And by the way, Medicus Global is not a new company. We've been around and we've been preparing for this moment now for a little over 2 years. So we're founded, we're grounded, our resources are structured, and now we're ready to really bring this opportunity offshore of the United States to everyone around the world, starting with Trinidad and Tobago. What does it mean to be part of Medicus Global? It means you have the opportunity to be part of the home-based business industry, an industry that is exploding. Look at these recent statistics. 70% of businesses, of home-based businesses, succeed after 3 years versus only 30% of traditional brick-and-mortar businesses. Home-based businesses generate almost $500 billion a year in revenue. And these are phenomenal numbers, phenomenal statistics, and what makes them even more exciting is the space that Medicus has entered into in the network marketing arena has never been entered into before. It is a brand new space, and we're going to talk about that a little bit more. This is our global visionary founder, CEO and president, Mr. Stephen Rosser. And I've worked with a lot of CEOs and presidents and corporate managers over the years, and this by far is the most skilled and amazing visionary CEO that I've ever had the privilege to work with He is just an amazing leader, mentor, and entrepreneur. And looking forward to seeing him in Trinidad at a very, very big launch event very soon. But he really says we're going where no company or home-based business has gone before, and we're doing this through disruptive technology that's changing the world. Now, what is disruptive technology? If you think of things like Airbnb or Uber, where somebody gets on their phone, connects with a driver on a platform, and then they're getting a cab ride essentially through an Uber driver, that's disruptive technology. So we're going to talk about how this disruptive technology can launch your Medicus business with the most exciting and innovative products and services ever to be offered in the home-based business industry. And keep in mind, you can be one of the first entering into this market in Trinidad and Tobago, but also in all countries around the Caribbean. Think about Bermuda and Barbados and St. Thomas and St. Lucia and all those countries. This opportunity is going to be available, and it's going to come from the leadership in Trinidad and Tobago. So imagine delivering quality health care that is both convenient and cost-effective for everyone. Imagine being able to connect with a U.S. board-certified physician 24 hours a day, 7 days a week through a phone call or video chat. Introducing telemedicine. This is our flagship product that you can market in your Medicus business. If you choose to market this product, it is $29.95 a month, and it gives people unlimited access to board-certified physicians on demand in the United States, where they can consult with the doctor through a video call or a regular phone call through an 800 number, of course, and then that consult can be sent electronically down to a doctor in Trinidad, and that doctor can send the prescription into your local pharmacy without you ever having to leave the convenience of your home. It's good for you. It's good for your family, unlimited family members. So it's a really great service. Works very well in the United States. We now have opened it up to the area of Puerto Rico. It is phenomenal. Just one of the products that we've got. Now imagine taking that telemedicine service or product and offering it to a business, a small business, a medium-sized business, a large business that can offer its employees as a benefit telemedicine. Well, why is that important for a company? Well, telemedicine lowers absenteeism rates. It increases productivity. It potentially can lower healthcare premiums for that company. And it offers an additional benefit. So somebody's at their desk, they don't feel too good, they pick up the phone, 800 number, they talk to a board-certified physician. Maybe that physician writes up a consult, and the prescription gets sent to the local pharmacy, and that person is never having to leave their desk. Amazing product. But we're going to get even into some more exciting products and venues here in a moment. This is a very small illustration, if you would, of some companies, potential companies in the U.S. that could take telemedicine on as a benefit for their employees. Companies like Busch Gardens and Disney and Amazon and Publix, which is a supermarket. You have many companies in Trinidad, big companies that employ people that would be interested in telemedicine for their employees. But if you look at 1, 2, 3, 4, if you look at the fifth column, you could see the commissions that would be paid out to the person that actually got those companies interested into telemedicine for their employees. And these are major, big companies. But if you look at Busch Gardens, which is the first major company, the amusement park company, the person that got that account would make about $410,400 a month in residual income. And you could see the other numbers associated with that. Now, those are big companies, but there are big companies in Trinidad, and there's big companies throughout the Caribbean, or you may know somebody in the United States that has connections as well. So this is something, again, that's brand new in Trinidad. Nobody's ever done this before. So this is the most exciting part of our opportunity, I feel, in the amazing country of Trinidad and Tobago. The future is here. Imagine offering physicians or healthcare practitioners or natural healers the opportunity to supply to their patients or customers potentially life-saving, cutting-edge pharmacogenetic and specialty lab testing products that could save their life. Now, I'm going to give you a little bit of an overview. This is called pharmacogenomic testing. It's taken about 20 years to perfect pharmacogenomic testing or pharmacogenetic testing. And right now, it is starting to become the standard of care in the United States. What this test does, it maps your DNA. And when it maps your DNA, it will give a report to a physician on what drugs are good for you, what drugs are not good for you, where you can have an interaction, what can be metabolized, all kinds of nutritional markings as well. I'm going to go through a little bit about how this works here. So what is pharmacogenomics or pharmacogenetics? Well, we call it MyGene, and MyGene is a trademark. It's a proprietary technology created by Medicus Genomics based on pharmacogenetics, and this is the study of how genetic makeup affects a person's response to medicine. Why should people be tested? Well, MyGene is the cornerstone of personalized medicine, determining how well people will metabolize medication, raises chances of positive outcome, and reduces, very important, reduces the possible adverse drug-related reactions. MyGene conveys a blueprint of how your body's unique molecular characteristics and distinctions allow it to process medication. Your physician will have the data necessary to customize, tailor the management of medications that are best alternatives for you. As a leader in personalized medicine, Medicus offers a wide range of testing solutions to help both the patient and the physician determine what is the right drug and the right dose for you. So as a Medicus founding member in Trinidad and Tobago, you will be equipped to go out and share these tests with medical practitioners, doctors, natural healers. We go in and we train those doctors and those healers on how to run the test, how to get the samples back to us, how to read the test, so the patient really benefits from these tests. This is a one-time test, but it's really personalized because it's going to map out the genetic componentry of individuals, and they will know what medications to take, what medications will work, what medications will not work. And we're going to take it a step further. The pharmacogenetic testing is very important. Any patient may be a candidate for pharmacogenetic testing if one or more of the following criteria applies to their medical management. The general criteria is if a person uses 2 or more prescribed medications or has had an adverse drug reaction, doesn't feel their medication is working properly. They're concerned about making a change in their medication. So there's a lot of people in Trinidad that do take medicine. I mean, with a lot of people in the United States. And now we can tell through these genomic tests if the medicine really is going to work, or if it's going to have an adverse effect, or if it's not going to work. So it's no more guesswork on the physician's part. For people that have cardiac issues, that are on all kinds of statins or blood pressure medicine or anti-cholesterol medicines or so on and so forth, well, there's a large portion of those people that take those medicines where those medicines are not working properly anymore. That does not have to happen any longer with this test. Pain management, people that are taking opioids or some type of pain management medicine, this can show if that medicine is effective or if there's something else that could be more effective. And of course, there are psychiatric medicines as well. A lot of psychiatric medicines being dispensed and prescribed for bipolar disorder, psychotic disorder, depression, things like Zoloft and so on and so forth. Do they work? Does everybody metabolize them? Do they work the same for everybody? Absolutely not. This very simple pharmacogenomic test covers general areas, cardio, pain, psychiatric, which will give people the ability to get the right medicine applied to their life, so it works and there's no adverse effects, effects on that person. So what I'd like to do now is I'd like to bring our Vice President of Medical Services, one of the top physicians in New York State. He's based right outside of New York City, Dr. John Batosh, and he can give you a little bit of an overview on how powerful these tests are and how very much needed this is for people in Trinidad and Tobago and around the world. Dr. Batosh, are you with us?
I'm here, James. Thank you.
Oh, please share with us.
All right. So just wanted to welcome Trinidad to Medicus with this exciting opportunity, one of its kind. And just to tell you a little bit about myself, I'm a board-certified internist. I work in the hospital on a daily basis. I take care of the very sick. And the reason why I joined Medicus is because I see Medicus as a revolutionary company, an amazing business opportunity unlike any other, and hopefully will give me a better quality of life because I work 7 days a week. My job is very stressful, and here I see an opportunity where I can make a very good income for myself, working less, doing things, at my own pace, and not getting burnt out, hopefully. And the technology is very exciting. The opportunity is amazing. The people that we work with are great, and we keep on growing month by month. I want to go into a little bit of what James was talking about in a little more detail, and that's pharmacogenomics, because that's my piece of the pie in the company, and that's where I'm there to help everybody in the United States and hopefully in Trinidad to understand things better, answer any questions, and be there and support everybody. Personalized medicine, as we call it in the United States, is really the future of patient-centered care. Recently, the Department of Health and Human Services in the United States launched the Personalized Healthcare Initiative Act. And what they're trying to do is achieve a gene-based medical care combined with health information technology, which will improve patient care and outcomes. And some of the benefits that they're projecting, and again, this is going to be happening very quickly, is customized treatment plans that consider the unique biological process of the disease and the patient's drug response profiles. It will reduce exposure to medications of lower efficacy or greater toxicity, thereby reducing the incidence of serious side effects and improving patients' tolerance and compliance. The overall reduced healthcare costs by this expeditious delivery of optimal treatments, avoidance of toxic medications, reduced complication rates, and avoidance of more costly medications when less expensive alternatives of similar or perhaps even greater efficacy are available. More specifically, targeted recommendations for lifestyle and behavioral modifications or other disease prevention strategies are going to be introduced to the patients. This will also result in enhanced patient satisfaction with the treatment process and the medical team that they work with. Now, when I do the webinars once a week in the United States, I like to use slides, and we use examples of certain reports that we get, and we will do it for you guys as well in Trinidad. But here we're just going to give a brief introduction. One sample I like to use is a sample of a psychiatric patient report, which is greatly appreciated by many psychiatry offices that we signed up all over the country. And what happens is that when we talk about psychiatric medications, and I know James mentioned some names like Zoloft and Lexapro, when psychiatrists, and including internists, by the way, prescribes these $4 billion a year medications, where 1 in 10 Americans are on it these days, we don't really have a way to gauge what's right and what's wrong for the patient. We just give 20 milligrams of this and 10 milligrams of that and hope that the person will come back smiling in 2 weeks. It usually doesn't happen, and the reason is because 1 of 5 people are treated with the wrong drug. So what happens with a simple swab of the cheek, in about a week, the physician, the psychiatrist, for example, gets a report that is color-coded, extremely easy to read. And it will you'll see about 30 medications that are the brand names in the market, again, such as Prozac, Zoloft, Celexa, Lexapro, etc. There's about 30 drugs on the market right now. All these drugs will have a color code next to them, which will be either red, yellow, or green. As a practitioner, you want to look for the green one. Why? Because according to the genetic analysis, this particular patient will benefit the most with the least adverse effects from this particular medication. Now you know what to give the patient. So if this is a drug that takes 2 to 4 weeks to kick in, you're not experimenting on the patient anymore. Imagine they start this on kids at age 6. If you know that this exists and you take your child to a psychiatrist and the psychiatrist just randomly starts prescribing medications and experimenting, you're not going back to this person. You're going to look at the psychiatrist that is offering pharmacogenomics. Now, so we get a very simple color-coded response. Now the physician knows exactly which drug to give. But one very interesting point that I found, which I didn't expect when we first started, and this is a response that I got from many of my colleagues, is that when you get a report back, it's nice to see the green and know what to give, next to the drug. But when you see a red, that means that the person is highly likely to experience the adverse effects. And if you look at a box of a medication or on TV, you're going to see that they go through 20, 30 different adverse effects before they even get to, how the medication can even benefit you. So the person is much more likely to experience these side effects versus the benefits if they are poor metabolizers of the drug. But now we finally have a way, and by the way, this took 15 years and $4 billion to get to this point. And we're offering it to the doctors basically for free. So there's no reason for the doctor not to use it, and all they have to do is make the patient aware that this technology exists. Most patients are very happy to give it a shot, and they're very happy with the results, and the doctor is very happy with, again, knowing what not to give, but surprisingly to me, is knowing what not to give. They find it extremely useful, and for the first time ever in their history of prescribing medicine, they know what not to give. Avoidance of a drug is more important than to know what drug to give, and I can attest to that as a physician. And one more point I'd like to make is that we also talked about patient satisfaction and retention. So with the marketing pushes and with the success of pharmacogenomics in America, what you're going to find out is that when practices are going to put the word out there, or word of mouth is going to get out there that, my doctor is using pharmacogenomics and making sure I should be on this medication or, for psychiatry, or on this cholesterol drug or on this blood thinner, they're much more likely to talk about it. And then when another person goes to the doctor who just randomly prescribes medications, I think it's very likely that the other person is going to join this doctor who basically provides 21st century medicine. And so again, this is going to become a patient retention and satisfaction issue for the practicing physicians by the end of next year. And also in the United States, we do have legal considerations. I can tell you there are many people I talk to, many physicians, that are not even aware that the FDA is already putting these warnings on drugs. That, for example, Plavix, which is again a multi-billion-dollar blood thinner, the FDA forced the company to put on the box for the medication a warning that the patient should be tested for ability to digest this drug before they're given the drug because of the potential side effects, which are bleeds and clotting of arteries and clotting of stents. And there have been cases associated with mortality, which are active lawsuits right now. So pharmacogenomics in general is a field that's going very, very quickly. And what I'd like to say about Medicus is that you guys should know that the back office, there are people that support us, that this is their job in the company, is to focus on telemedicine. There are people in the company who are focusing on pharmacogenomics. There are people in the company who are focusing on international growth. So when you have a question about pharmacogenomics, I make myself available. Ricardo Garcia back in Florida makes himself available. So we're not just throwing it out there and leaving you on your own. We are fully supporting our people in the field. And I can tell you, we also take a lot of advice from the people in the field, and we made a lot of changes that help the people out there to promote pharmacogenomics, get better results. And one thing I love about Medicus is that when people have a suggestion, we take it very seriously. The back office takes it very seriously, and within a week, whatever change needs to be made to help the people out there to promote this product or any product is aggressively addressed. And when we have people like James Kumar and Stephen Rossiter and the rest of the staff out there, I can tell you we're in good hands. We're going to do very well. And I hope Trinidad joins us on the ride and becomes a part of this huge success story.
Thank you. Thank you so much, John. Amazing presentation. Dr. John Batash is just an incredible asset to so many. He works so hard and has such a self-sacrificing spirit. So thank you, John, for all you do. This has never been done before in the history of network marketing, whether it's in the United States where it's working now and there's huge fortunes that are starting to be created, or whether it's now being launched in Trinidad and Tobago. Cutting-edge technology. Never has products or services like this been under the umbrella of a network marketing opportunity. Now in Trinidad, it's amazing because there are doctors, there are healthcare practitioners, there are natural healers that can all offer this test. Think about the lives that can be saved. And when these tests are run, and it's something that is affordable in our opinion, the commissions that are made when these tests are run are absolutely mind-blowing, and we're going to talk about those in a moment. In addition to our pharmacogenomic testing, we also have what's called a specialty pharmacy division, which we're going to be launching in Trinidad shortly. And specialty pharmacy revolves around prescription-based, topically applied pain relief products. So we're going to be able to utilize those and sell those in Trinidad as well. We also have a lead generation system, and this is something that's been working well in the United States, where our consultants can work with our lead generation system, and we target 8,000 to 10,000 physicians that are interested in pharmacogenetic testing. We email campaign them, we get them information, we get them interested, and we start to onboard them. So that is another available component of what we have. Gives you the ability to market offshore as well. So those are our products and services. But now we get to the reality of maybe the economic climate. It doesn't matter whether you're in Trinidad or whether you're back here in the U.S. or you're in Europe or in Asia. There's a lot of economic stress and strife that goes on in the world today. A lot of us are struggling to make ends meet, working week to week, paycheck to paycheck, trying to keep our heads above water. As you can see, this family here looks like they're a bit stressed about some bills. And this is a commonality, and it should not be, but unfortunately the reality of it is, even ones that are making lots of money and do have a lot of revenue or a lot of income or a lot of wealth, sometimes are trading that for time and freedom that they get to spend with their family. So there's a trade-off. You may have it, but you don't have the time. You may not have it, and you're really working. So how can we change the paradigm? How can we shift it? And a lot of network marketing companies promise financial freedom and wealth, and we don't promise that, and this is not a bunch of hype. We're not trying to do that. What we share with you is a legitimate, reliable business with the most professional and unique products and services in the history of network marketing. This has never been done before. So we now have taken it up a whole nother level. And this is a game changer that will create consistent residual income, and it will create long-term, unbelievable wealth, especially for the people that have gotten started at the beginning. It'll be good 20 years from now, but the ones now that start to open up these markets will certainly be the vanguard of it. So the good news is there is choice, there is change, there can be financial freedom to live life on your own terms. Let's talk about this extraordinary opportunity now. We're going to talk about the money. We've already talked about the services and the remarkable application. Let's talk about how we make money. We've developed a compensation plan that is unlike any other in the home-based business industry. And it is a very fair plan. It is an equitable plan, and we call it a hybrid plan. And it's a plan that can generate weekly income, monthly income, and a lifetime of wealth. The first bonus that you receive when you become a Medicus consultant is called the direct first order bonus. And what that is a 20% commission that's paid on any new person that you personally sponsor into Medicus. And that could be up to $300 per person, and it's unlimited people. And that's paid weekly. So you bring me into the business, you get a 20% bonus on my starter pack, and that's paid weekly. And it's paid into your ProPay account, and you can direct that ProPay to deposit it onto a card if you'd like, or into your bank account. It's entirely up to you. The second bonus, actually, we're going to give you an illustration here. This is if that's yourself and you've sponsored Linda and Tom and Sherry and also Bob, and each one of them started with one of the higher packages. You can earn a $300 commission on each one of them, and that would basically, I went too fast, give you a $1,200 commission. It's not coming out there, but 300 times 4. So the next bonus is what's called a binary dual team. It's a two-legged structure or tree that starts with one person on your left and one person on the right. These legs will continue to grow and can grow to infinity. The binary bonus is paid weekly and is based on new people that are enrolled weekly in the binary tree. The volume that you will get paid on comes from all of the starter packs, such as the Trinidad Founders Pack and all of the other starter packs as well. The maximum weekly earning from the binary dual team is $25,000 a week. This binary dual team bonus follows line of placement. So potentially your uplines can be placing people below you that you can earn income on. Very exciting. Bonus number 3 is a Uni-level Commission. This portion of commission is based on the people that you personally sponsor. Each person you sponsor represents a personally sponsored leg, as you can see in this illustration. You sponsored Linda, Tom, Sherry, Bob, and they've sponsored people as well. In that process, this Uni-level pays down 20 levels. There are very few, if any, Uni-level compensation plans in network marketing that pay down 20 levels. This commission that is paid in the Uni-level comes from any telemedicine customers. That comes from your organization. It also includes specialty pharmacy products, skincare products, our pharmacogenomic lab business, and also the business-to-business accounts as well. Bonus 4 is a rank advancement bonus. So we reward you for building your business with phenomenal cash rank advancement bonuses, which start at $1,000 and go up to $250,000. And some of these bonuses even include a fully paid luxury automobile as well. That's a pretty cool looking car. Bonus 5 is a check matching bonus of 10%. So anybody you personally sponsor into the business, you will earn a 10% matching bonus on their Uni-level commission. And of course, one of the most exciting bonuses that we have is bonus 6. This is called the MedTrak Pay or the Founders Pay. This bonus pays from any of the labs that come in that are paid for, the business-to-business accounts, specialty pharmacy, etc. Pays out as follows: 40% on your personal sales. So if you onboard a doctor and they don't want to come into the business, or a healthcare practitioner and they don't want to come into the business, you make 40%. If they come into the business, you'll make 15% on all the business that they write. 5% on level 2, and it goes down 20 levels. This is unbelievable. It means you make 40% on any labs that are written that you personally onboard, 15% on anybody in your level 1, 5% in level 2. This can mean tens of thousands of dollars a month, if not more than that, hundreds of thousands of dollars a month, just on this one bonus. And again, this has never been done in the history of the direct selling network marketing opportunity. How do you start your business? Well, we've got a very, very exciting package. It's called the Trinidad International Founders Pack, and it is a very, very great value of only $350. You are certified to market the following: telemedicine, business-to-business, PGX, which is the pharmacogenomic testing, to clinics and to doctors and the healthcare practitioners. What does the pack include? It includes a lifetime founder's position. a replicated website, 2 of them, VIP access to our Vice President of Medical Services and Personalized Medicine, which is Dr. John Batosh, so he can help you to onboard the doctors, the natural healers, and the clinics. VIP access to our VP of Operations and Business Development to help you to onboard business accounts with telemedicine. VIP access to a divisional vice president to assist in building your team. There will be a divisional vice president, which is going to be appointed very shortly in Trinidad. And of course, your grandfather for license to market any of our services that we are launching in the future in Medicus Global. This is a $1,500 value, all for only $350 US. So this is an amazing way to get started, an amazing opportunity to get your business up and running and to be one of the first in Trinidad and Tobago with Medicus Global, with pharmacogenetic testing and all the other amazing products and services that we have, and to launch from your great company throughout the Caribbean basin. We also have another package, which is a lead generation pack. You can talk to your sponsor and they can give you a little bit more information. This is a marketing package that puts your business on autopilot. Essentially, it markets to physicians in the United States the pharmacogenetic opportunity, and it helps onboard them as well. Well, we thank you for joining us here, and thank you for allowing us to present to you this amazing opportunity to enter into the Trinidad and Tobago market as one of the first leaders to bring this opportunity of products and services to your amazing country. I want to close with just a quick thought. I've been with Medicus Global now a little bit over a year. I think it's a year and 4 months or so, and I have never seen anything quite like what we have here with Medicus Global. Many of you know me from being in the network marketing, nutritional, and nutraceutical arena. I was pretty much retired before I came here a little over a year ago. But when I saw what we had here, I fully understood that this was different. This was a game changer. This is where network marketing companies were going to evolve to. And when I got here and I fully understood the power of the products and services and the opportunity to conquer a market that nobody was involved in a space that nobody entered to, I understood that what we had was a tiger by the tail. And ladies and gentlemen, Victor Hugo once said, "There's a tide in the affairs of men and women when taken at the flood, leads on to fortune." And what old Victor Hugo was saying was, being in the right place at the right time can make you a fortune. Make no mistake about it. This is working in a very big way in the United States, and it will work in a very big way in Trinidad and Tobago and also throughout the Caribbean and throughout the world. And you have the opportunity to be right at the beginning of that, to be at the beginning of Amazon or Google or Airbnb or Uber or I could go on, or Apple or Microsoft. I can go on and on and on. Think about the potential of being with those companies at the beginning. Well, that's exactly what Medicus Global represents. What we are doing, ladies and gentlemen, has never been done before, but it has now been proven in the United States and it will be proven in Trinidad. Time waits for no man or no woman. Let this be your mark. Let's save some lives. Let's create fortunes. Let's write the stories of what our lives or the rest of our lives will be like for ourselves and our families and our future, starting now from this opportunity we call Medicus. Please get back to the person that invited you. They can enroll you as a Medicus founding member in Trinidad. This is a limited time offer. These founding packs will come to an end eventually, but we want to give people an opportunity to get positioned now at the beginning so we can help to build your empire. Thanks for joining us. Have a great rest of your day. On behalf of Medicus Global, here's to your success and your financial future. Bye for now.